Hello friends. So now in this lecture we are going to study the four basic feedback topologies. But before going to the main topic, let us see or revise the general feedback structure which we have seen in the first lecture of the feedback amplifier. Okay. So let us draw the general feedback structure. Okay. So this is the general feedback structure which we already seen in the previous classes. Okay, now here the important part of a feedback amplifier is one, a basic amplifier, then a feedback network, okay, the main source and the load. This load will be mostly a resistor. Okay, now two other important parts are, one is here. Here what we are doing is, here we are taking part of the output and giving to the feedback network. Okay, so here we are doing the sampling. Okay, and here what we are doing here is, we are mixing the feedback signal to the source signal. So this is the mixing part. Okay, in the feedback amplifier, the mixing and the sampling, they play a very significant role. Okay, the kind of mixing and the kind of sampling will decide the kind of amplifier. Okay, so now we will see some other concepts also. See, suppose this is the amplifier. Okay, so what are the signals possible for this? Input side, it may have input voltage or input current. Similarly, output side, it may have output voltage or output current. So if we take the transfer function, what are the possibilities we can have? We can have the transfer function or ratio V naught by Vi. Okay, so if we take this will be called as voltage amplifier. Okay, if we take the ratio of output current to the input current, this will be the current amplifier. Okay, now we can have the output current by input voltage. So this we call it trans conductance amplifier. And finally we can have the output voltage by input current. This will give us a trans resistance amplifier. Okay, so based on the signal ratio we are going to take, these four amplifiers are possible: voltage amplifier, current amplifier, trans conductance amplifier and trans resistance amplifier. Okay, so after this let us see the sampling methods. Suppose you want to sample a voltage. Okay, let's say this is a voltage source, and due to this voltage source there is a voltage Vx is appeared across this R. Okay, now the same voltage Vx you want to give to this resistance. Okay, let's say this is R2, this is R1. Okay, so same voltage Vx you want to give to R2. It means you want to sample the Vx and give to R2. So what connection it should be? Should it be serial connection or a parallel connection? We know that voltages are same in parallel. So if I connect this R1 parallel with R2. So across R2 also the voltage will be Vx. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is, if you want to sample the voltage, then the connection should be a parallel or shunt connection. Okay, so this also we are going to use. Now suppose you want to sample a current. So suppose this is the current source, and across this we have a resistance R1. Okay, let's say this current is Ix. So this current also will be Ix. Now we have another resistance R2. We want to give the same Ix to this R2. How to give this? Okay, so what we will do is, we will connect R1 and R2 in serial, because we know that currents are same in series. Okay, so now this current also will be Ix. Okay, so again what I'm trying to say here is, if you want to sample a current, okay, and give it to some other component, then the connection should be serial. Okay, so bottom line is, voltage is sampled in parallel, current is sampled in serial. Okay, now let us see the mixing. Now we will see the type of mixing. Okay, suppose we have a voltage source V1. It means across this, if I say some voltage Vx, so this also will be V1. Okay, but now what I want to do is, I want to connect or mix some other voltage V2 with this. How we will do this? So what we will do is, we will connect V2 in series with this. Okay, so now see what will happen. If we use KVL across this loop, so we can find out as Vx equals to V1 minus V2. Okay, so this is how we have mixed the voltage. If you change the polarity of V2, okay, so then this will become V1 plus V2. This is how we give negative or positive feedback. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is, if you want to mix the voltage, the connection should be serial. Okay, now let us see how to mix the current. Suppose we have a current source I1. Okay, so across this current also will be I1. Now if I want to mix another current I2 to this, so what I will do? Okay, so what I will do is, I will connect that source I2 in parallel. I2. Now use KCL here. We can say, suppose this current is Ix. So Ix, we will see this, it will be I1 minus I2. Again, if you change the polarity of this I2, it can become I1 plus I2. Again, this is how we give the negative or positive feedback. So again, if you want to mix the current, the type of connection should be parallel. Okay, now let us see the voltage source and current source representation. So usually voltage source is represented in Thevenin equivalent model. Okay, and the current source is represented in the Norton equivalent model. Okay, in Thevenin this RS is supposed to be very low, okay, and in Norton this RS is supposed to be very high. Let us see one more concept which is very useful. Suppose we have a VS here and RS here, and then we are having one Ri. This Ri represents the input resistance of the amplifier. Okay, now the purpose is most of the voltage of Vs should reach to Ri. Okay, so we know that V equals to I R, or we can say V is proportional to R. So if this Ri should get most voltage, the value of R should be high. Okay, then only it will take most of the voltages from Vs. Okay, now let us see this R naught. It represents the output impedance of the amplifier, means already some voltage has been developed here. Okay, now this, from this amplifier the voltage should be transferred to the load RL. Okay, so what should be the voltage value of this R naught? Okay, R naught should not take more of the voltage, it should take less of the voltage and give most to the RL. Okay, again by using the same concept, V is proportional to R, this R naught should be low. Okay, similarly we can see for the current. Let's say we have a current source Is, and across this we have Rs, Norton model. Okay, again this Ri represents the input resistance of the amplifier. Okay, so now this Ri should accept most of the current from Is. Okay, so we know that I equals to V by R, or I is inversely proportional to R. Okay, now in this case this Ri should be low so that it takes most of the current from Is. Okay, again suppose this represents R naught and some I naught is coming to this from the amplifier. So this is output current. Okay, and we have a load here. The purpose is this RL should get most of the current from I naught. Okay, so what should be the value of R naught? R naught should not take more current, it should take only less current, as less as possible. So as per this concept, again the value of R naught should be high. This should be high so that it does not take more current. Okay, it gives most of the current of I naught to the RL. A very important concept. Okay, so now using all this concept, we are going to start the main concept, that is the 4 basic feedback topologies. But these concepts are very important. If you understand this concept, then the topic is very easy. It is just going to replicate all these concepts. So we are going to start our main topic, which is the 4 basic feedback topologies. First we will see the voltage amplifier. Okay, a voltage amplifier amplifies the input voltage signal and provides an output voltage signal. Okay, so how it will be? So the basic amplifier will be a voltage amplifier. Okay, then we have a feedback network. Okay, now let us see the input voltage across the basic amplifier is Vi, and the output voltage across the basic voltage amplifier is V naught. Okay, so this is the basic voltage amplifier. It amplifies the input voltage signal and provides the output voltage signal. Okay, let us see. Here we have a source voltage. So voltage source we are going to represent in Thevenin model. Okay, and across this we have a load RL, and across this also voltage will be V naught. Okay, now let us see the sampling and mixing. Since we are going to sample a voltage here, so it should be in parallel. Okay, so across this also voltage will be V naught. Okay, now input side we are going to sample the voltage. Okay, so in the basic concept we have seen, to sample the voltage the connection type should be serial. Okay, so we are going to connect serially. Okay, so here the output will be a feedback voltage Vf beta V naught. Okay, so this we have seen in the very first class where we saw that the general feedback structure. Okay, now so this polarity minus here plus here Vf. Now this polarity tells us it's a negative feedback. Okay, how? If we use KVL we will get as plus Vs minus Vi minus Vf equals to 0. So Vi equals to Vs minus Vf. It shows that it's a negative feedback here. And here we have assumed that the voltage drop across Rs is 0, because ideally Rs should be very low, ideally should be 0. Okay, so that's what we have seen, this connection. Okay, now if you see this connection, this is the which kind of connection it is. Input side it's a series connection, output side it is a parallel connection. Okay, that mixing is done serially, or mixing is the voltage mixing, sampling is also a voltage sampling. So based on this we can say this is a voltage mixing, voltage sampling topology. Okay, I'll write it here. Voltage mixing and voltage sampling topology. Okay, also we can call as series shunt feedback amplifier, because input side connection is series and output side connection is shunt or parallel. Okay, so these names we are going to use further. So series shunt amplifier, it means a voltage amplifier in which mixing is voltage and sampling is also voltage. Okay, now the input resistance of this amplifier should be high so that it takes most of the voltage from Vs. Similarly, the output resistance or impedance of this amplifier should be low so that it provides most of the output voltage to the load. Okay, so this is the voltage amplifier or series shunt amplifier. Okay, in the coming class we will see that this kind of topology increases the input resistance and decreases the output resistance. That's also one benefit of a negative feedback. Okay, now the second we will see the current amplifier. Okay, current amplifier amplifies the input current and provides an output current signal. Okay, so let us see how the block diagram will be made. So first we have a basic current amplifier, and then we have a feedback network. Okay, now suppose the source current is Is. So we are going to represent the current source in Norton model. This Rs should be very very high, almost infinite. Okay, so this is the source. Okay, similarly we'll be having a load here. This is the basic current amplifier. So let's say this is the output current I naught, and here we have input current II, so that it's a basic current amplifier. Okay, now we are going to sample it. Now output sides we are going to sample the current. So in the beginning, in the basics, we saw that if you want to sample the current, it should be connected in serial connection. Okay, so we are going to connect serially. Okay, so this is a sampling connection. If this is I naught, so this also will be I naught. Basic network theorem, we know that the current entering is equal to current leaving. Sampling is over. Let us see how to mix it. So we are going to mix the current. So the current is mixed in shunt connection. So we are going to have input side a shunt mixing connection. Okay, so we are going to have connected like this. Okay, this is the feedback current IF. So this also will be IF. Now if we use KCL here, okay, so we will see that this current is IS. Okay, we have assumed the current across RS is 0 because RS is very very high. So we can see that II equals to Is minus IF. So it's a negative feedback. Okay, let us see other things. Okay, so here it's a current mixing, current sampling topology. Okay, so it's a current mixing, current sampling topology. So here mixing is current, sampling is current. Okay, now connection type. Okay, so we can see that it is a shunt series feedback amplifier. Okay, because input side connection is shunt, output side connection is series. Okay, now this amplifier should have the low input resistance so that it takes most of the current. Also, this amplifier should have high output resistance so that it gives most of the current to the load. Okay, this also we saw in the beginning. Okay, and again in the coming classes we will see that this topology will decrease the input impedance and increase the output impedance. So again, one benefit of a negative feedback amplifier. Okay, next we are going to see the third one, which is the transconductance amplifier. Okay, in transconductance amplifier, input signal is a voltage, output signal is a current. Okay, so if you see clearly, input will be a voltage, output will be a current. So it is a mixture of voltage amplifier and a current amplifier. Input side, it will have a property of voltage amplifier, and output side, it will have a property of current amplifier. Okay, so in transconductance amplifier, first we have a basic transconductance amplifier and we have a feedback network. Input side, we have a source voltage here, which is going to be connected to the input of the amplifier, and output side we have a load resistance here RL. Now here the sampling is the current sampling, so we are going to sample in series. Okay, so this is the output current I naught, so this also will be the I naught. Now mixing here, input side is a voltage mixing, so voltage mixing is done in serial, so we'll have a serial connection at input side. So this is the feedback signal VF. Here we have input to the amplifier VI, and this is how it is connected. So we can say VI equals to VS minus VF. Okay, so for this we can see the appropriate feedback topology is the voltage mixing current sampling. Okay, we can see that here voltage mixing, here current sampling. Also we can call it series feedback topology. Okay, because input side series connection, output side also series connection. Okay, now the input resistance or impedance of this transconductance amplifier should be high so that it accepts most voltage from Vs, and also the output impedance should be high so that it gives more current to the load. Okay, and again in coming class we will see that this topology increases both the input and output impedances. Now we are going to see the fourth and last trans resistance amplifier. For a trans resistance amplifier, the input signal is a current and output signal is a voltage. Okay, so first we will have the basic trans resistance amplifier, for which the output will be a voltage and input will be a current. Okay, so again if we compare, input is a current, so input side it will have a property of a current amplifier. Okay, output is a voltage, so it will have a output side, it will have a property of a voltage amplifier, and everything will be shared, all the properties. Okay, so here after this we are going to have a feedback network. Okay, now we are going to have input as current, so let us represent the source current as Norton model, this is going to be connected to the amplifier, and then we have a load here, RL. Across this the voltage will be V0. Okay, now we are going to sample the voltage. Okay, and we know that the voltage sampling is done in shunt or parallel connection. So we are going to have connection like this. Sampling is shunt. Okay, mixing, we are going to do a current mixing. So current mixing again done in the shunt connection. Okay, so this is the feedback current IF. So this also will be IF because the current entering is equal to current leaving. Now if you use KCL here, we will see that II equals to IS minus IF. So it's a negative feedback. Okay, now if you complete this, what is the appropriate feedback topology? It's a current mixing voltage sampling topology. Okay, and also it is, the connection type is, it is shunt feedback amplifier. Okay, because input side shunt connection, output side shunt connection, so shunt feedback amplifier. Input side mixing is current, output side sampling is voltage, so it's a current mixing voltage sampling topology. Okay, now the input resistance of this amplifier should be low so that it accepts most of the current from IS, and the output resistance of this amplifier should also be low so that it provides most of the voltage to the load. Okay, and then again in the coming classes we will see that by the application of negative feedback, both the input and output impedance of the transresistance amplifier will be reduced, a benefit of a negative feedback. Okay, that's it about this topic, that is the 4 basic feedback topologies. In this class we will start all these topologies one by one, we will see. Okay, thank you.